Yo, what's up guys, it's your boy Simer. In today's video, I'm going to be getting my first skateboard. And as you guys can tell, I'm trying to do my first vlog. So, I do got the Rode mic on top. I do hope that the audio is good. But yeah, you live and you learn. If the audio ain't all that, sorry, but hopefully we'll learn and, get better. So I'm going to be going to the mall, get myself a skateboard, maybe eat some food, and I want to do a setup video. Or set up the board, I should say. But I'm going to be going with my girl and my sister. So let's get right into it. Sorry.
What's up, guys? I got the homie here, ZUMIEZ 229 Chicago Rich. I'm about to build homie his first board. What's your name, by the way, boss?
Siam.
Siam, nice to meet you, bro. Leoncito. I make music. I'm on all platforms: Spotify, Apple, TikTok. Yeah, so I'm about to build bro his first board. He said he wears a size 15 shoe. You know what they say about big feet? The bigger the feet, the bigger the board you gotta ride. Come on, man, come on. That's the homie Q right there. Yeah. We work another day at 229, so I'm about to build bro's first board. Quick recommendation: I skate a lot of transition. I like skating transition, and flat ground I'm okay. I got the basics down. I'm gonna recommend him maybe like an 8.5. So I got a few options. Shout out Deluxe. They make real 8.5. Can never go wrong. I think the wheelbase on this is 14 and a quarter. So real quick, when you get your first board, do you know if you're gonna be trying a lot of flip tricks and stuff like that or not?
Maybe eventually.
So what I'd recommend still is probably do 14 and a quarter wheelbase. That's the space between your trucks. Yeah. You can even do a 14. It's a little bit lighter and kind of just based on leverage and based on the leverage. So your flip tricks and stuff, it flips a little bit easier, a little bit easier to handle. If you're gonna start skating transition or drops or anything like that, recommend something wider. It's a little more stable. So 14 and a quarter for your first one gives you a little bit of best of both worlds.
Nice.
Let me see. I got this one. You can pick the graphics too. So I got real. Shout out Krail Tap and Brianna Gearing. Brianna Gearing rips. We got the 8.5 girl board. I think this one is a 14 wheelbase. This bad boy is gonna flip. No, it's 14 and a quarter still, so not bad. So we got the 8.5. You can never go wrong if you want to be a hype beast kind of douchebag. Hockey. Shout out to the homie Andrew Allen. Bro, be shredding. What kind you like though? What kind of graphic you like? Oh, also my favorite anti-hero, the 838.
That's sick.
The reason I skate anti-hero and the reason I will continue to do it for a minute is Andy Roy. Yeah. Andy Roy's a fucking dog. Let me see. The brand I'm skating right now, I skate Creature.
That's sick.
I'm a Creature fiend, bro. Like I love all their shit. I've been skating them for a minute. And their graphics are always super tight. It's the Worthington deck. My favorite skaters on Creature right now probably gonna be like Milton Martinez, David Gravett, Sam Hits. Yeah. Which one do you kind of like so far, bro?
I like this one, and this one's pretty sick.
This one's gnarly, bro. I'm not gonna lie. This one is a longer wheelbase. It's gonna be a little heavier, but it skates really well, and the shape on these is always fire. So they do a really steep concave. That's the way where it swoops. They do a steeper one. To me, it helps me, like, when I grab ollies and shit, I can grab it a little easier. Yeah. It's just it's a raw board overall. You can never go wrong with Creature. Santa Cruz. This is their cousin, so Creature's cousin is Santa Cruz. They do the gnarliest graphics. Honestly, for your first board,
I want something that like isn't gonna snap once I stand on.
You can skate the fuck got a Creature Santa Cruz, you'll be good.
Oh yeah.
I think I snapped an anti-hero on some funny.
Yeah.
But these two are tanks, over tanks, so I probably recommend one of these two.
And also, I was just told, someone told me that board doesn't matter, but as long as you get hard bushings, like you should be good. But
I like the indie standard bushings that already come in it, because the standard bushings, they offer some responsiveness in terms of when you land. Plus, they're real turny and they're like real. I call them gooey.
Yeah.
So like it's like real cushy. I got these right here. But out of these, I'd probably recommend either one of these though.
all right. I'm feeling towards. Ah, damn. This
Let me
is
see
hard.
the wheelbase on this one just to make sure. This one's gonna be a little bit lighter because I know this is a 14.5. This is a 14.3 wheelbase, so it's gonna be a little lighter. But shape, they pretty much are the same shape. It's easy.
Which one do you think? You can pick it out. I like both.
Genuinely, I'm a creature fiend, bro. I probably do creature.
All right. I'll get this one then.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
Also, really random but quick shout out to NHS Fun Factory. You guys make some of the best skate All I sell anybody at ZUMIEZ, anything from NHS. Creature, Santa Cruz, Indy, Bronson, whatever. Yeah, so my favorite wheel of all time, the OJ Double Duros. I really with them. We ain't got any in stock. I've been selling too many. So my next best bet will probably be the Bones 100s or a softer wheel, especially if you're a little newer. You're going to be skating a lot of crusty spots. You'll probably start in your driveway. You'll probably start in a parking lot. We live in Chicago, so the weather's kind of I recommend a softer wheel just so it's a little more encouraging to get on. You're not worried about cracks and rocks. But if you literally are going to just get out and skate parks, I'd probably do the Bones 100s. These are a little bit better than the Spitfires in my opinion, just because they don't flat spot as fast.
Yeah.
Spitfires, they're super responsive and super awesome. It's just if you're going to have the board for a minute, it's not going to last too long. I do have the Bones 100s if you like these, or the Spitfire. These are the, I think the 80. What are these? Oh, these are the double. Okay, cool. So you're going to get a 90 durometer on the outside, and then it says the inside's 101 duro, so you're going to be able to kind of get a combo wheel.
Yeah.
Genuinely, I'd probably do the Spitfires, though, regardless. I know they burn out a little faster, but just because of the way they feel and the durometer on them, you'll be good to go.
Sweet. And then as for the trucks, what's that?
Indy skate, ride the best. They're built to. There's a reason that they're built to grind. The reason I'll go back to Indy is because I've skated everything else.
Yeah.
Actually, real quick, shout out to homie the Deli Man.
Just got in, bro.
He vlogged in 229, building his first board. So we got the Indy 149s. Their bushings are premium. I don't know, I get a chubby up just looking at these. I really get the way they grind is nice, and they feel really responsive. That's the best thing I can say.
Yeah.
So I would just get Indy, bro. That's just my opinion. Thunder, they're cool. They just sit a little too low, and then Venture just too heavy. But honestly, this is the way to go for me.
And then those are the bearings.
Bronson bearings, Bronson G3s, some of the hardest. I know you see that ring from the alley. So we got the Bronson G3s right there. Hardware, don't even make it too hard. Just do the regular $2 Indy 1-inchers. And then grip tape. You want the all black grip or you want a graphic?
Probably go all black.
All black. If you go all black, my favorite is probably do the mob grip.
Yeah.
Or if you want to keep it, we got the Sketchy Tank Creature collab, same company you got. The mob grip with the tattoo graphics on it.
What's the difference in price?
$14, $7.
I'll get that
With
one.
the grip, alright, for sure. Actually, you know what's crazy? I actually had this grip on my other board.
Oh, nice.
I think one I told you my favorite skater, they did a collab with, he got the deck with this on it. The Milton Martinez one has it.
Sweet.
I think the setup is hard because the wheels do match aesthetically. You fit in the whole aesthetic, and 90% of it is NHS, so you riding the best.
Sweet.
See, mob grip.
Yo.
And that's it. I'll ring you out up front. I'll come back here and build it.
Hell yeah. Let's get to it.
Coolest part about working at ZUMIEZ, one is the sales. Two is helping somebody build their sacred geometry. So I'm not super familiar with dimensions, but I do know enough to make a killer setup.
Yeah. The board is so sick.
Top of Their logo is always so hard. That 1950s type scary movie shit.
Yeah.
Yeah, 14.6. This is a big boy, but you feel pretty stable on it.
Sweet.
Grip tape. Now, I don't think I follow the ZUMIEZ stereotype, but we can't grip tape. I think I grip tape pretty good. Yeah. What made you want to get a board, bro?
Huh?
What made you want to start skating, bro?
I used to skate when I was younger with like some crappy Walmart board, and I was just skating with my homies and just didn't progress, I guess. I just went straight to the tricks and, you know, but then eventually like we stopped skating and I grew up and couldn't really skate anymore. But then now that I'm an adult, got some money, we can get back into it. And that's all. I always loved the skateboarding lifestyle, yeah.
Drink beer, get gnarly, and
Yeah, man.
that's all you do. So what do you do outside of like skateboarding?
If I'm not playing games, I'm working. I'm a DSP, you know, that's like working with like special needs people and, you know, helping out, making sure they're good and, you know, stuff like that.
That's awesome, dude.
Yeah.
That's awesome. It's good to hear that you get back to people.
Yeah.
So the reason I'm doing this, I like working with Mob not only because it's probably the best grip tape out there, but these little grooves, these little holes in the back, the air holes, it make it so much easier to press on.
Yeah.
So much easier. And this basically just gets out any air holes. Some ZUMIEZ or some skateboard shops will have a roller. We don't.
Yeah.
So that's just what I do to make it stick. The tool. This is really the file for it. I don't like using it. I use the back end. The thing when I was working at Vans that they had told me, one of my coworkers told me that if you file it pretty hard, it makes the cut easier.
Yeah.
I always like this part just because it reminds me of like you see the skateboard.
Yeah.
But yeah, man. So how long you been gaming?
Since I was like probably 10 years old.
What was your first console?
When I think I started with like Game Boys and stuff like that.
Yeah.
My first like real full-fledged console was the Xbox 360. I got it for my I think my 12th birthday. That was pretty sick. I was so hyped. Yeah.
My first console was a PlayStation 2, and I had Grand Theft Auto San Andreas on that bad
yeah.
boy.
That
And
was
actually, I just rebought a PlayStation 2.
Yeah, those games are sick, man.
I tracked down Fight Night. I went to like a couple of disc replays, and I tracked down Fight Night round 2.
Yeah.
So outside of skateboards and shit, I boxed. I grew up as an amateur boxer. I'm a 2019 Golden Glove champion, so here y'all know. But Fight Night round 2 played a big portion of my life, and like what was I gonna say? Combat sports are just a large part of my life, actually, outside of work.
Yeah.
So like how you like games, you know? Same thing. But yeah, man, that's awesome. So what headset do you use, or how would you explain to me to get into gaming the same way I explained to get into skateboarding?
Honestly, it's just the amount of practice. You gotta keep practicing. You're never gonna get good without practice, you know. I do say headphones. It depends on what type of game you're playing, but like if you want to get into like competitive type gaming, like Valorant, Call of Duty, all that stuff, I would say a good headset and like learn the mechanics of the game and, you know, learn how to communicate with your team and all that. Yeah, that's pretty much it.
I give it the honorary kickflip, and just so you see, I don't grip like a fucking chump. All that shit perfectly straight, sanded. We ain't no ZUMIEZ grip here. We gripping like the pros, big dog.
And I have a question for you. How do you feel that people say that ZUMIEZ is like a poser shop, or like they like support your local skate shops and stuff? and don't go to ZUMIEZ. How do you feel about that?
Now, I'm on camera, so do you want my honest answer or do you want my corporate answer?
We could do both.
So my honest answer, it really just depends.
Yeah.
I wouldn't say ZUMIEZ inherently in itself isn't really a poser shop.
Yeah.
I think that people that shop here, they want to overgas it. I'll get dudes that come in here, come on, tray flip. Oh yeah, we bring our boards in here. Go ahead, bro. He gets on these Bambi legs, you know. The main thing I say is don't overgas yourself.
Yeah.
Also, most ZUMIEZ there's either a couple people that skate or pretty knowledgeable in skating.
Yeah.
So we could definitely help you out. Yeah. I think your fans might be pleased to see that I helped you out get a good setup. You might see a couple of that in the comments.
Yeah.
And just really know your stuff. That's my honest answer. Corporate answer, no, dude, never. You know?
Yeah. I was really thinking of doing both, like, cause so I'm obviously a big guy, but I heard that like the Powell Peralta flight decks are like really like durable, and I was more nervous about getting the board and stuff, but I was like, you know what, screw it.
Creature is pretty durable. Also, if you ever want, you can do the Creature VX. Those boards are about 100 just for the deck, but from my understanding, I believe it's wood, and then the inside middle layer is carbon fiber. Oh yeah. So it's literally unbreak. Yeah. You gotta be, I don't know, what you gotta be doing to break that. Yeah. But this is a step that some people don't do. I go ahead and poke this out, and I like the grip tip and the screw to be flush. So I like go ahead and flush it out to get that little shit out of there. That fucking graphic is gnarly though. You got a sick grip. Skating, especially since you're gonna get into it, the best advice I could tell you: 1, get really comfortable. 2, don't be afraid of skate parks. Don't get in the way. But skaters are super nice, bro. Like, we're so focused on landing what the fuck we gotta do. We're not even thinking about what you're doing.
Yeah, because me and my friends, we used to go to this the skate park in Tinley Park. That one, I mean, it was pretty cool. We obviously met some cool people, but we obviously got also some bad guys. Because we weren't like as experienced, and you know, some guys just don't like that. But so I kind of got the bad experience, but I'm thankful that I didn't like kill my motivation to like I didn't hate skateboarding after that. But you know, I always thought about it in the back of my head, like
some guys like that. Most of the guys that are actually good or can skate really well, they don't really get unless you don't get in their way. The dude is probably just a prick and he realizes he's not gonna get sponsored. He just wants to be a dick to some new guys. But granted, there be some little groms at the skate park. Groms is like younger kids. Yeah. Let them skate, man. As long as they don't snake you and they get out the way, leave them alone. Because you were there at one point too.
Yep. Everyone got to start from somewhere.
Facts. I guarantee you that dude didn't wake up and learn how to tray flip.
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah.
But I say to get super comfortable, you should be able. The best thing that helped me progress with my skating, and again, it's just a hobby. Don't take it super serious. Get super comfortable. You should be more focused on the trick rather than just being able to ride. You know. Yeah. Riding should be like breathing.
And then this is my first vlog for the channel, but I also plan on doing like a 7-day like learning skateboarding type of video, like day 1, day 2, and like how much can I learn in 7 days?
Yeah.
You know. And then, obviously, hopefully I could just pump out more skateboarding vlogs.
Take your time with it, bro. Skating's one of those things where just keep doing it. You'll get better naturally. Don't try to, with this shit, don't try to set up a time limit for yourself. You know, you might one day learn how to kickflip in a week. Some people can do that. Some people, they can't ollie after 2 years. Yeah. You gotta really love the sport, just love the culture. But that's the one thing that I feel like is missing at the corporate version of skate is just people are forgetting the culture of skate. You know, a lot of guys, a lot of even people that work here, they don't really know skaters like that. They don't keep up with skate media. You know, are they watching the new Thrasher clip or are they watching their favorite brands to skate? You know. Granted, Instagram changed the game a lot, but other than that, are they checking it out? Do they know their history? You know. If I ask you, did you watch Yeah Right by Girl and see Owen Wilson, the actor, his part? Like, did you watch? You know, that's really, I think, what makes you a skater is if you love the game, you know? Actually, you know what? I know you only got 2K subscribers, but if this gets out there, please give Vice, please give David Gravett a show. He's just a funny guy, just interesting. But yeah, man. I mean, what are some gamers you like, or how does gaming work? I mean, is it competitive? Or?
I mean, I'm not. I don't know how to really explain that because I don't really watch competitive because it's like kind of like it's gonna be like a weird analogy, but it's like the way people portray ZUMIEZ is kind of how some gamers or like pretty much a handful of skaters or that's how a handful of gamers treat competitive, you know, because it's like these big companies mostly just focus on the competitive, the 1% versus the 99% of casual gamers. So now a lot of our favorite games are turning like really sweaty. They have changed the mechanics in favor of only the like professionals, you know? Mm-hmm. So it kind of ruins the experience for the average Joe, you know? I mean, if I ever got that good, I wouldn't mind being a pro, but it's way hard. Like, everyone's good at everything.
Also, really random. I don't know if you know anybody. Go ahead. Don't ever stop thinking you're gonna not be pro. It can happen tomorrow. You know.
Yeah.
It can happen tomorrow. You just gotta really work, and the main thing is, bro, you gotta speak that to existence. Whatever you want in life, bro. When I played, I used to play basketball growing up as a kid, like on teams.
Yeah.
I went to a basketball camp. It was the Chicago Bulls Academy basketball camp. And I always liked the shirt. On my Instagram, one of my sparring videos when I was sparring for the Golden Gloves as a kid, it says, believe it, train it, and be it.
Oh, wow.
And like, that really, that's deep for somebody, you know, that phrase. You know? Believe it, train it, and be it. It's that simple sometimes.
That's
you know?
real, man.
So right now I'm putting in the wheel. The washer. Do you want your graphic facing out, or do you want it in?
See, that's the one thing I always like personally, I feel like the graphic on the outside would be cool, but like I see everyone put it on the inside.
I do it on the inside too, but it don't matter. Do be you.
I was just wondering, like, why does everyone? Because it looks cleaner.
They don't want to look new because everybody the graphic.
Oh.
Hey, cute question. You skate? Do you skate your graphic wheels inside or outside?
I don't be caring, not gonna lie. I just be skating. But usually, like, for people who want to preserve it, they put their stuff inside. It don't matter. It's gonna mess up anyway.
Alright.
I mean, I don't mind.
Look at how that spin, though. See Bronson G3 with the spacer. Look at that. This is a bearing press. It's pretty simple. So, that's it. And that's how dreams are made with that button right there. But besides gaming, what else do you do, man? You work out? You play basketball?
Well, once I started working, I kind of stepped away from that stuff, but I do want to get back into it. I mean, throughout high school, I played football and I wrestled.
What high school you went to?
Huh?
What high school you went to?
I went to Richards High School.
I went to Revis.
Yeah.
Hey, shout out the Rams, man.
Go Bulldogs. But anyways,
Hey, either way, man. We both from the Birds anyway.
Yeah. You know, so I was like really locked in. I was, you know, I was lifting like 3 times a day, before school, during school, after school, during practice. But, you know, you graduate and start working, and it's just like, you lose time. Just working, chilling, gaming, or hanging out with homies. But
wrestling is tough, man. My pops used to wrestle. He wrestled in high school a little bit.
That's the one thing. And especially because everyone, you know, like, oh, you're wearing singlets, that's kind of weird, blah, blah. Like, they always hate on it, but the toughest dudes in the world were wrestlers.
See it, and I'm telling you, this is coming from somebody who boxes, bro. The one bad you meet on the street, he's probably either a wrestler or a boxer. The reason I say that, either, like me, I'm going to knock you the fuck out. Or they're going to pick you up and slam you.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? And I'm what? Right now, I'm like, what, 215, 20-ish weight? Definitely went up a little bit from when I was boxing, but what was I gonna say? Somebody who's 150 slam me on my shit. That 150 feel like 1,000 pounds.
Yep.
Promise you. But yeah, either I'm gonna knock you the fuck out or you gonna get slammed the fuck out. So it's only gay because some motherfuckers are just fruity. They don't understand the game, you know.
If that's the way you think, man, that's probably. Like,
it's probably gay if you looking at it that hard. That's
I
what
swear,
it is.
yeah.
You know. Insecurity, bro. I mean, if you want, ain't nothing wrong with them, but just give it a try. If you want to be gay, live your life, man.
If it was easy, everyone would do it. That's what I always told everyone.
Hell yeah.
Everyone plays football, everyone plays soccer, everyone plays baseball, basketball, all that. But not many people wrestle, man. I mean, the toughest dudes come out of that wrestling room.
But skateboarding I picked up just because I feel like I grew up in the era. I grew up in like the 2000s.
Yeah.
But I grew up in the era when this shit was, you had the Ryan Shecklers, you had the Rock Beers. This shit was so commercial that you just wanted to be part of it. So they give you extra washers and shit in your little thing. There's also a bearing cleaning kit as well. Best way to do it is take the bearings out. If you ever need, you can Google a video.
Yeah.
Put it in here with a little Windex. Boom, slide it in here and just kind of make sure it slides. Don't do what I just did. And slide it and just shake it up. That's how you clean them with a little Windex.
Sweet.
Bronson G3s, some of the best shit in the game.
Oh yeah.
Put that right there. You also get a sticker.
Sweet.
This is the last bolt. And then I'm gonna go ahead and tighten up the trucks a little bit. And the reason I'm gonna do that is because you're a beginner. And I always recommend this is just ride a little tighter so it's not super.
And wheel bite and all that.
Yeah.
Oh.
Works pretty well. There you go. We're all set. Like I said, the homie, my phone, what's your name again?
Cyan.
My homie Siam just came through the ZUMIEZ 229, got a 6 setup. Basic rundown, Creature A6, the Worthington deck. He got the Spitfire Sapphire combo wheel. Indie trucks,
Oh yeah, man.
Indie hardware, and Bronson bearings. So,
Dude, this whole setup looks sick as hell.
and then again, you can find me on pretty much. I make music, so Spotify, I'm Leon Cito on Spotify. Instagram, I'm LeonCito_44. I also have my clothing brand, which is Bloodsport_streetwear 44, I believe. But just follow me on either one of those platforms. And then shout out to homie Sam for coming through and getting dripped out.
Oh yeah, man.
Yup.
All right. All right, guys. I'm at a tennis court. I know a lot of people when they get a new board, they say, "Can they kickflip?" But obviously, I haven't skated in like 10 years, so I'm just gonna cruise around, get comfortable, and see what happens. If I bust my ass, I'm gonna bust my ass. All right. So let's get to it. Damn. All right. So there's two ways of standing. So goofy is right foot forward, left foot push. But then regular is left foot, right foot push. But damn, this is like fast. I should probably just step on it, see what happens. Damn, this is weird. It's so like, damn. It's probably harder because I'm just standing still. But it's not like terrible. How to ride it, like, you know? Oh shit. This is so embarrassing. Dude, it's hard to balance.
Can you try to fucking
Alright.
skate on it first?
I'm ready.
Okay.
Whoa!
Wow.
Oh, I did it!
Oh my god, you weren't recording.
Stop playing. Oh.
You almost just ate shit.
I'm big, bro. I'm not good. Dude, this is hard. All right, getting back to it. So people put the right foot on the front, pump with their left. That's goofy. Some people put left on the board, pump with their right, and that's regular. But I don't know, man. I feel like my foot on the back would be good, you know? So. So it's not bad, but, you know? Alright. That's definitely the way to go for me, I feel. You know? Yeah. I'm already going for ollies.
I think when you try to, like, think into it, like, you end up f***ing up.
Yeah. Damn. Alright guys, that's my first skateboard. First impressions of everything. The guy at ZUMIEZ was pretty chill, pretty knowledgeable. Taught me some stuff that I didn't even know. Overall, first experience riding it was pretty fun, but it's really like challenging. But I gotta get used to that. I don't know if it's the width. This is an 8.5 deck. Maybe should have done an 8.75 or whatever, but still fun, still learning, out of breath, but as long as you get a good sweat and learn. But anyways, so yeah, stay tuned. I want to do how much can I learn in 7 days. Gonna be skating for 7 days, and we'll see how much progress I could get in 7 days as a big boy. But overall, like, comment, subscribe, all that good stuff. And with that, I'll see you guys in the next one. Peace out.